Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Yesterday, I counted down my top 5 least favorite Shadow High dolls, and today I feel like counting down my top 5 favorites. But we're not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to count down my top 5 least favorite Monster High G3 dolls. Although, let's not stop ourselves there. Why don't we count down my top 5 least favorite Monster High releases of 2022? Nope, it would still all be G3. Never mind. We're gonna just stick with the G3 thing. I might make one of those, like, top 22 dolls of 2022, like some people have been doing. Seems like it would be fun to just pick out my favorite dolls that came out this year, but I'm getting off topic. With that, let's just begin, and, so I'm not biased against him, I'm only going to allow myself to include one Deuce Gorgon doll on this list. Just one. Only one boy. Because if it was up to me, all 3 of them would be on here. And it is up to me, but, you know, for fairness' sake, I'm just gonna put one Deuce on here and that's it. With that, let us begin. Starting us off in 5th place, we have Ghoul's Day Out Budget Draculaura. If you're wondering why this doll is on this list, I'm about to explain why. She's boring. That's my main gripe with this doll. All of the other Ghoul's Day Out dolls have something that makes them stand apart from their basic, but when it comes to this doll, I honestly don't see that at all. Like, with Claudine and Frankie, they have completely unique outfits despite reusing certain aspects of their basic looks. But with Draculaura, it's just so samey that she looks almost exactly the same as her basic, and it honestly just feels like a lazy design. Like, yeah, they took away the long sleeves of her shirt, they gave her a different necklace and different earrings, and I appreciate the few differences that they did make with this doll. But I feel like it ultimately just comes down to this doll looking far too similar to her basic. If you put the two side by side, it almost looks like a kid just cut the sleeves off of basic Draculaura's shirt to make the budget Draculaura. They just look way too similar, and that's my number one issue with the doll. But I don't dislike her by any means, which is why she's in 5th place. There's 4 other dolls ahead of her, so you know, this definitely isn't a bad placement by any means. But she's just kind of boring. I wish that this doll had a more interesting design, because the other 2 do. Frankie and Claudine both look really good in this line, especially Frankie. But this one just falls really flat. I think something that might have saved her could have been giving her a different shirt. Definitely, the shirt definitely needs to be different. But also giving her the mostly black hair with pink stripes. You know, streaks, I mean. Giving her that hair instead of the split dye definitely would have helped make her look different than her basic. That's all, you know, that's my thoughts. Let's move on to number 4. Up next in 4th place, and this decision genuinely hurts because I love their other dolls so much, is Frankie from the Creep Over Party line. I love Frankie, but this look is just not good. This one just isn't for me, personally. All of their other dolls look great. Like, I absolutely love Ghoul Spirit Frankie with the side shave, even if that doll was cheaply made. I love the look of them. I love every G3 Frankie except for this one. I'm getting this one as a Christmas gift, so maybe having them in person will change my mind. But one of the main things that I say is the worst, most unfortunate thing about this doll, they gave them poly hair. For no reason. Which, it's so weird that this doll randomly has poly hair because every other Frankie does not. So that means that they have access to the colors in normal saran hair, but then they just randomly decided, oh, we're gonna give this doll poly. Why? What was the point of that? I mean, I also just don't really like their accessories. The shoes are boring, pretty much just as boring as the Ghoul Spirit Pack Dolls shoes. The robe is cute, the pants are cute, I don't really like their sleep top. I don't know, it's just like this doll just feels like something is missing. Feels like there needs to be some kind of like spice added, and it's just not here. Watsy looks cute in a different pose, a little more dragon-like, so I guess it explains that one episode synopsis, I don't know. I just think this one's boring. It's the same as the previous entry. Just something about this doll doesn't appeal to me. That's pretty much all it comes down to. Which again sucks because I love G3 Frankie. On to number 3. Up next in third place, we have Basic Ghoulia. I'm sorry, but I've tried to like this doll. I have her on my shelf, I put her next to Cleo, and I'm like, oh, they're so cute, they're best friends. But it just comes down to one thing, and it's the fact that this doll's skirt is easily the ugliest piece to come out of G3. That tacked on belt, no, not the belt, that zipper thing. It's just so ugly, and I don't like that they replaced the red of Ghoulia's color scheme with pink. I also just don't like the green skin. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to adjust to that. I'm just so used to Ghoulia being gray, and I feel like the more I look at Ghoulia's G1 dolls, the less and less I like this one. I feel like I'm being generous putting her in third place, honestly, but I don't know, it's just like, I don't like her face either. The pink lips, this generation needs to stop with the pink lips. Please give us different lip colors. She has some cute pieces, like I do like her boots, I like her jacket, I like her earrings, they're tombstones, but you wouldn't be able to tell from a distance because the RIPs aren't painted in. Her beanie is okay, I guess. It feels like they tacked a brain onto it for no reason, though. The little Nintendo Switch she comes with, her backpack, cute pieces. Dead fast on the skateboard, nice. Sir Hootsalot looks cool. I feel like it just comes down to me not liking this doll. And that doesn't mean that I dislike her, it just... I'm just really neutral. She's definitely my least favorite of the core dolls so far. Yeah. So, with that, I just don't have much else to say about this doll. I tried to like her, but I feel like my love has really dwindled because there wasn't much to begin with. On to number 2. In second place for my pick for second worst G3 doll so far, as of 2022, we have Casketball Claudine from the Ghoul Spirit 6-pack. I don't know what they were thinking with this doll. Claudine has easily the worst dolls so far out of G3, and I'm just speaking from an objective standpoint because Claudine does have some cute ones out of G3. Like, her budget doll is pretty cute, Ghoul's Day Out. I like her Creepover Party doll. I like her basic. That's why it's not on this list. I do like her basic. But I feel like my least favorite Claudine doll has to be this one. There's just something about her that I just don't like, and I think it's the orange. It's definitely the orange. I don't know. I don't like that orange knee guard. I don't like the orange fur on the sleeves of her shirts. I don't like the orange headband. I don't think orange works with this color scheme that they've given Claudine. I do like this doll's face, though. This is probably my favorite Claudine face so far, which is ironic because it has the least bit of makeup, the least amount of makeup, but I like this Claudine's screening. I'm not crazy about the lip color they gave her on the final doll, like the one that she has here, the more neutral one, I actually do prefer a little bit. I don't know. This doll is a nice base doll, but the stuff she comes with takes away from her and makes her kinda ugly. She's my least favorite from the Ghoul Spirit 6-pack. Okay, that's not true, it's Deuce. But you guys remember what I said. Only one Deuce on the list. I just gave away number 1. Might still be a surprise to you guys. Let's just move on to the dishonorable mentions. Moving on to the dishonorable mentions, my first one is Basic Claudine. I know, blasphemous. She's not on the main 5 list. She's on the dishonorable mentions. I don't know. I just don't dislike this doll as much as I thought that I would. Like, initially, she was definitely my least favorite of the basics, but as I actually acquired them and when Ghoulia was revealed, my tune shifted, and it's definitely Ghoulia for sure. Claudine is much better than I expected her to be. I like her in person. She's not bad. Obviously, the worst aspects are her hair, because she has Polly. Why they gave their main character Polly, I'll never understand. But they did, and it's awful. It's just as bad as you'd expect, especially if you don't know how to take care of it, like me. That means that I don't know how to take care of it, not that I do. That's why it's worse for me. Look, point is, I like this doll. She's actually pretty cute in person. Crescent looks a little messed up, a little deranged, but overall, I don't dislike Claudine. I do feel like they overdid it with the moons, though. She has it on her necklace, on her overalls, on her belt, on her earrings. We get it. She's a werewolf. Werewolf howl at moon. Werewolf like moon. Yes, we understand. But, yeah. The short of it is that this doll could have been a lot better, but I still like her, which is why she's not on the main list. My second dishonorable mention is this Cleo from the Skulltimate Secrets line. And I left her off the list just because I only have minor complaints and she's not officially out yet. I just don't like the inclusion of pink in this doll's color scheme. I feel like she would have been perfect if they'd given her like dark red lipstick like her basic doll had in G1 and cut the pink from the color scheme entirely. Like, I get it, they needed a fourth color for the doors, so why not choose pink? Why not choose a darker shade of blue? Just like a really deep, maybe close to navy, but not really blue. I feel like it would have fit the doll much better. I just needed to complain about that. I don't like the pink earrings, I don't like those pink shoes, and I don't like her pink lips. Alright, let's move on to number 1. On to number 1, we're going to do a quick countdown, like we usually do, starting from number 5 and ending at number 1. Are you guys ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally, in first place. Are you guys ready to see which Deuce doll I chose? Coffee Break Deuce. I will never stop ranting about how ugly this doll is. I don't know what they're doing with Deuce's style in G3. Maybe he hasn't had enough releases for them to really iron out what they want his fashion sense to be. But this ain't it. This is the ugliest hoodie I've ever seen in my life. It's hideous. It's so bad. The freaking orange into purple ombre, are you kidding me? That's horrible. And they just refuse to change his hairstyle. I'm getting a little sick of this hairstyle just because it's so hard to get his sunglasses on. You know, the thing that prevents him from turning people to stone. You have to like pull the snakes back as much as you can and shove the sunglasses in there, but then they like go back down and then they mess up the glasses again anyway and they're not on right anymore. That's more of a personal gripe. Another issue I have with this doll is that his shoes are actually really good. They're very well sculpted, very detailed sculpt, but they're not painted. There's absolutely no paint detail anywhere to be found on his shoes, so you can't even appreciate the gorgeous detailing. That's another big issue I have with this generation. I don't know if they're just not being given enough budget. They're probably not, but hopefully these dolls will start to sell well enough that they can get a higher budget and that these sculpts can actually be used to their fullest potential. But like, I don't know. I just feel like this doll was really cheaply made. They definitely put all the resources into making Frankie fabulous and making Deuce not fabulous. He doesn't even have stone cold style. But yeah, Coffee Break Deuce is definitely my least favorite G3 doll as of right now. I just don't like how he's turned out. He's just not good. Wasn't worth it. I mean, Frankie was worth it, but you know. I got the pack half off anyway. Who am I kidding? So, with that, we're done. Those are my top 5 least favorite Monster High G3 dolls that have come out as of 2022. I'm definitely gonna have to put that in the title because people will be like, why is this doll not out? Not on the list when it wasn't out yet, you know? Yeah, overall, I still like G3. Please don't take this as me saying that I don't like it anymore, because I still do. But I feel like it's fair to criticize releases, you know? Even if you like something, it's fine to criticize it. Criticism is how you grow, pretty much, you know? Yeah. So, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see me do a top 5 best G3 dolls tier list, or a top 5 best Shadow High dolls tier list, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, feel free to let me know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!